Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a great day today. And today we're going to be talking more about my game Bun Bun Bouquets. And in this devlog, I will be showing you how I went from the house of the bunny looking like this to this. One thing you need to know about me is I do not draw furniture. I've done it very few times. Most of it was when I was a child, even with grids. It's not a thing for me. It hurts my brain. I like to draw nature in organic shapes. But with all things game dev, you learn lots of skills you haven't previously had, so I guess I have to learn how to draw furniture now. So for this, I started sketching, but I wasn't sure what to do about arranging the furniture. And since these gotta be drawn and not 3D models, I can't really draw then move around to get another angle. I gotta redraw it. Then my friend came up with the great idea of making a room in The Sims and using that as a reference. So I did, and it gave me an excuse to open up Sims 2 again. So I had my reference, which made drawing much easier. I didn't directly copy everything, but I did heavily reference. The program that I used to sketch was Clipstudio Paint, and the program I used to do everything else was Sprite. I could have technically used Sprite for everything, but I'm more comfortable in Clipstudio, so I just did that. I'm not a fan of drawing perspective, and I am aware that it's all a little skewed, but I'm hoping, because of how I'm going to be drawing all the indoor spaces, it'll look more like a style than I don't know what I'm doing. I have seen games where they look very childlike, very doodly-like, and because it all matches, it looks good. Instead of being, oh, well, it looks like a child did this. Instead, it's like, oh, this is childlike. So I'm hoping, with my lack of skill, if it all looks the same, it'll look fine. When it comes to using Sprite, I kept not knowing if I wanted to do everything on the big canvas where the whole sketch was, or not. I ended up doing a mix of finishing things on the big canvas and then making cropped versions of that canvas to just hone in on certain parts. Since I'm only cropping it and not resizing the crop, it will still be the right size to put inside the game later. So that helped a lot, made it a lot less stressful, and it also had a lot less transparent space around it. I'm sure there's a way to crop each individual thing in Sprite. I'm not sure how to do that, so I just did it manually with the canvas itself. I learned a lot during this experience. I've seen the weaknesses of Sprite, but also some strengths. I come from using programs like GIMP, Metabang Paint, MyPaint, Clipstudio, Procreate, which have much more tools and features, so I'm having to adapt to a simpler program. When it comes to inspirations for the room itself, I had a few. The palette comes from a mix of places. One, carrots of course, the main character is a bunny. Also Portal, oddly enough, because I learned blue and orange look nice together, which works great for me because I really like the shade of blue I picked for the walls. Also green matches orange and blue, so it kind of works together as a limited color palette. The main pops of color is for the decor, so it stands out. The mirror design is inspired by a mirror from Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, as well as for when I will implement clothing, you will interact with the mirror, and I got that inspiration from Kataria Fables. Another thing I did, which was an indirect inspiration, was I made it when you hover over things that you can / will be able to interact with, you get a little white outline. This is inspired by old games from the 90s like Rita Rabbit and Jumpstart, Clue Finders, or those fun little Critter and Dr. Seuss book games for kids. Now this isn't meant to be exclusively a children's game, it's an all-aged game, but I think that little nostalgic inspiration is fun. There is a fun little Easter egg, bunnies, where the flower journal in the UI is also the book on the side table. And when I get the flower journal working, you will be able to open it from the book on the table and the book in the UI. It just makes it feel less like a game, more like this is the bunny's life. This took me 4 days to complete, and let me tell you, that was a lot of work. Trying to get all the Z ordering to work, and making a few simple animations for the decorative plants and the curtains. It was all worth it in the end though, and I really like how it came out. But then, I needed to make the flower arrangement scene match up with the room. I had previously made it look better, but the room itself was not properly drawn at that point. So I had to redo it. And that took me a whole night to do. I did my best to match up the stripes on the walls and to position everything right. It's not perfect, but it's close enough to not be noticeable unless you're really looking close. There's still a lot of polishing that needs to be done, but I'm happy with it for now. Okie dokie, I just want to show off the inside of the house properly because I never made a proper segment for that. So this is the house. You can turn this off. There we go, more room. This is the house. This took me a couple of days to do. I finished all of this like a month ago or a month and a half ago. I just haven't recorded this bit. So this is the house. As you can see, everything has Z ordering. You can go around and behind things like the couches. You can go behind the couch and the chair, and you can go behind the bed and in front of the bed. Oops, I gotta fix that. Ooh, that's a bit of a Z order fix I need to do. And you can go over the bed. You can go over this flower journal, which is the same as this up here. I haven't made that work yet. You can also go over here, and you can also hover over here. Now for all of these things, I guess I go from left to right. So this will be where you dress up your bunny. I'm using a mirror, and that is inspired by Kataria Fables. The idea is you click on it, and then if I remember, I'll put up the sketch I have of the basic idea, and then you can select clothes to dress up your bunny with. And then over here, this is your flower arrangement section where you arrange flowers in your home. You click on this, and this is how it looks for now. I still need to put an inventory here and all kinds of other things that are actually gameplay related, but the scene itself is made. And then if you go over here, you can choose to go to sleep for the night. And then it changes the day and like the time resets. And over here, I gotta fix that Z ordering bit right there. This doesn't work yet, but this is a flower journal, which will be the same as this little UI up here. And both will take you to the flower journal, which will log down what flowers you have grown and what color variations you can get and like what season they grow in. Kind of like a little farmer's almanac or something like that. I would like to make it where you can sit in the seats. That's going to be like a little extra thing that I'll figure out at some point. It's not really important. I would also like it where the lamp can turn on and off, but I haven't gotten to that yet. But that is the room. As you have probably noticed, there is no shadows. I've been doing a lot of flat color for this game. I might add a little bit of shadows somewhere because I feel like shadows would look good if I do it in minimal amounts. I'm really liking the flat pixel art style these days, like Fields of Mystria or Garden Story. So we will see what I come up with that. I am aware that the perspective is not perfect, but if I do everything the best I can, it'll look like a style, so it's alright. The curtains are slightly animated. The plants are kind of animated. The bunny has his little idle cycle. So that is the room. It took me quite a while, and there's still a bit left to do with the room. Like I need to make this work, and I need to make that work. And maybe we can sit, but I wanted everything to have a white outline so that way you can kind of like see what is interactable and what is not. And it kind of reminds me of those really old kid games like Reader Rabbit or Clue Finders, or you know, the really old kid games. So I'm happy with this, and I hope you're excited for it like I am. Thank you all for watching. I hope you found this video interesting or entertaining. Please like and subscribe, share all of that fun stuff. I really would like to see some eyes on this game. I'm really proud of my progress, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!